What's going on, y'all? Profitz here, back with another video, and today we are going over gratitude and the lack of complaining, I guess, that comes with gratitude, and why you guys should stop complaining in your everyday lives about whatever is on your mind, about whatever is bothering you, little issues, whether that's your personal life, relationship, your work, whatever it may be. And of course, this channel is mainly about trading, so I'm going to relate it to trading, but this really goes for any aspect in life, if I'm being honest. And as soon as I really started like on my personal development journey, I heard time and time again from so many different you know, influential people, very wealthy people, very high IQ and high EQ people, right? They have very high emotional intelligence. They say that, you know, starting your day with gratitude is one of the best things you can do, and then, you know, keeping that throughout the day. But along with gratitude, to me, something that goes hand in hand with it is just stop complaining about the little things. Stop complaining about where you're at in life. You're not where you want to be, okay? A lot of us aren't where I want to be, not where we want to be. I'm not where I want to be, but you have to look at the positive things in life, right? So let's think about trading. You lose a trade and it ruins the rest of your day. If you want to be a professional trader, or you want to be a really good trader, right? Side income, whatever it is, you want to be a profitable trader, I should say. There's going to be losses. You're going to take losses along the way. You're going to, if you are trading prop firms, you're going to fail challenges and evaluations trying to get funded. You're going to get funded, then lose the funded. You're going to break rules on accident. You're going to overtrade. You're going to revenge trade, whatever it may be. Of course, our goal is to not do that, right? But it's going to happen. It's bound to happen. So there's no point in just dwelling on it the rest of the day, the rest of the week, the rest of the month, and saying, oh, I suck at trading, I don't know if this is for me, blah, 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 and just spiraling from that, right? It's only going to make things worse. You have to, you know, it's okay to be frustrated about it for a short period of time, right? Of course, no one wants to lose a trade. No one wants to fail their challenges or lose their funded account, right? But you have to go through these challenges in order to eventually be successful and be profitable, if we're talking about trading, right? So being grateful for failing and then overcoming the failures. You still have the opportunity to get another challenge and beat that challenge, beat that evaluation, get that next funded account and keep it, right? If you're trading a personal account, doing very well in your personal account, right? You always have the option to start over and build up another couple accounts, another, you know, nest egg for yourself, savings, whatever your end goal is. Restart your business. There's always opportunities out there, so just dwelling on anything is really not going to do you any good. But stop complaining about those little things, man. When you notice yourself stop complaining, you will, I'm telling you, you'll notice yourself being happier. That's what happened with me. And a lot of it was like things with my job, or even in trading, like, and it wasn't ever like, I was never blaming the prop firms. I never did that. I know people do that. That's just stupid. But I was always very, very frustrated with myself, and I might have dwelled on it too long. But when you just, you know, recognize your frustration, figure out why you did what you did, and try and learn from it and move on. That's what you can do. That's the best thing you can do. And that's how you're eventually going to reach profitability. And you'll notice yourself being a lot happier, much happier throughout the day, much happier with your performance, and you will actually start performing better when you stop complaining. And that, again, this goes for anything, really anything. It doesn't have to be trading, it can be work. I started performing a lot better in work when I stopped complaining about the little things and just thought, you know what, that sucks, but we're just gonna keep moving forward. Well, all I can do is learn from it and move on, right? Whether that's work, whether that's whatever your life situation is, relationships, it doesn't matter. If you're constantly complaining, for one, no one wants to be around you. I know people that complain a lot, and it makes me not want to talk to them. It makes me not want to be around them, because no one wants to hear constant complaining when most of the time they got themselves in that situation, right? Just like if you overtraded or revenge traded and lost your account, right? Your trading account, You got yourself in that situation, so don't come complaining to me or complaining to the internet about losing your funds, right? Oh, this prop firm has stupid rules, or I lost because of this, blah, 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 news, blah, 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 whatever it is. No, you weren't disciplined in your approach. You were putting on too much risk. You were taking way too many trades. You weren't following your strategy. There's so many other things that go into it rather than blaming whatever external, you know, outputs you're trying to blame. Most of the time it comes from yourself, right? Now there are, of course, circumstances where, yeah, there's some things that happen that suck sometimes. Like I've lost funded because a prop firm went under. Yeah, that sucked, but I didn't just dwell on it for months and months and just, oh, well, I guess I'm just gonna quit trading, right? No, I decided to switch from Forex to futures, and now I'm still trading. And that was when I was trading Forex. I had $200,000 in funding, and I was constantly getting payouts from those accounts. It was like things were just going very well, and then those accounts, you know, I lost the accounts because the prop firm went under, so couldn't get payouts. My dashboard just went away, lost the accounts, didn't hear anything from anyone, and boom, that was it. Never heard from that prop firm again, still haven't, never will. I'm sure they just went solvent, went under, and I'll never get that $200,000 in funding yet. And I'm still trying to get back up there, which absolutely stinks, but is what it is, man. You gotta roll with the punches and keep going. But going back to the main topic, man, I know I'm ranting a bit, but this is just on my head, and I don't have any notes or anything. I literally just got done with my workout. It's about 7 in the morning, and you know, I'm just thinking about this and want to start my day, you know, with giving you guys a good message. But gratitude, man, goes a long way. Be grateful for just the opportunity to trade. Be grateful for the opportunity to get up in the morning and breathe, being able to work out. There's a lot of people that can't do those things, so just think about that. Be grateful for your current situation, and stop complaining, man. I'm telling you, it will make your life 100 times better. And of course, if you start doing this, you're not going to be a professional at it right away, right? This is something that, you know, took me time, and I was never like a huge complainer. I was never had like a problem like, oh man, he's always complaining. Like, no one was ever saying that about me, but I noticed myself more like complaining to myself and just thinking more negatively consistently over time than, you know, thinking more positive and thinking, you know, that things are just going to work out, and not complaining to myself about, man, this situation that I'm in is really shitty. Let me just dwell on it, right? Instead of that, just thinking, you know what, this stinks. I'm going to overcome it. It is what it is. All successful people overcome adversity of some kinds. Many of them overcome very significant adversity. And you got to remember, God is going to put you through the toughest times before he gives you the good times. You're not going to appreciate the good times unless you have the bad times or very difficult times before that, right? And that's something I always try and keep in my head, because it's so true. Like, even relating back to my life currently, you know, last year was pretty hard, and there was multiple reasons why it was hard, multiple different situations that made it hard. But I always try to keep in the back of my head, you know what? I feel like God's putting me through this because a better situation is coming in the future. And guess what? That situation came, and now things are better for multiple reasons. But you know, everything happens for a reason, and the timing is just, it's not on you, you know, it's God's timing. So yeah, that's really what I wanted to share, man. But gratitude goes a long way. Stop complaining. Trust me, if you're trying to make money, and it doesn't have to be trading, if you're trying to make a lot of money, if you're complaining about every little situation, you are not going to make money. You are not attracting money. You got to remember, money is energy. Go check out my last video if you want to learn more about money being energy, because it is. If you're giving negative energy and negative frequencies out, you are not going to attract money. You are not going to attract wealth. You're not going to attract opportunities. If you're very happy, you're a grateful person, you don't complain, right? You just stick to yourself and grind, opportunities will come. Now, it's going to take time. You're not just going to wake up and then, ooh, someone came to me with an amazing business opportunity, right? Of course, it doesn't work like that. It's not that easy. Of course, we wish it was. You know, I would be a multimillionaire if that was the case already. But I'm going to get there in different ways. I'm going to get there in my own way. So, yeah, again, a little off topic, but anyways, hope you guys got something out of this video. Let me know if you did. Definitely comment below. Like the video. Please subscribe if you guys aren't subscribed. I know that, like, 80 to 90% of the people that watch my videos are not subscribed, so I'd really appreciate if you guys do. Definitely hit that notification bell, because I know a lot of people, especially with the YouTube algorithm right now, they're missing videos even from people they're subscribed to. So that's very weird, but definitely hit the notification bell so you don't miss a video. I'm trying to post at least like twice a week. I'm not promising anything because life happens. I work a lot of hours, blah, blah, blah. No excuses, right? I'm very grateful for it, but yeah. Would really appreciate any support you guys can give me, and I appreciate y'all so much so far for even listening and giving me your attention. So hope you guys are doing great. Have a great week and be grateful. Peace.